What's up? It's Cool Imp, Asshole, Justin, yeah, all those other names I get called. And another movie review. Since I'm kind of on this kick right now, and it's my channel, I'm going to do it because I want to do it. So, I came across this movie on Netflix because, like I said, I was going through their horror selection, and the horror selection was good in places and bad in places. And I come across a vampire flick called From the Dark. And I can't actually find that many reviews on it. I didn't look that hard either, but for sake of clarity. So what the movie is, you have this Irish couple on the countryside, some jackass farmer, and I don't want to say like that, but accidentally digs up a vampire who's been bound and gagged below, basically, I want to call it a mud farm. They don't exactly say, but I don't think they consider it to be important. So this was released in America in 2015. I think it was originally released in the Philippines in 2014. And this couple breaks down. Very, very typical of the way movies like this open up in the countryside. Breaks down. Once they break down, they try to find the closest person to help them out. Typical things. And they split the party. If you don't know what that means, it's a D&D term where you never split the party. So, we see the two break off from each other. The guy goes out trudging, comes back, says, "Hey, look, I think I found someone, but something's going on. You should come with me." Now, while he's gone, the creature, they don't call it a vampire, but the creature harasses her a little bit. Doesn't do anything, just a bit of a harassment. And I don't know where her husband comes back, or boyfriend, I don't know which. I know it says it, but I forget. So, the main character, the heroine, is thrust into this situation where she has to adapt. Now, unlike a lot of vampire movies that do the flash strobe nights, rah, 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 and yeah, I'm being all silly and goofy and shit. This movie focuses a lot on lighting. Like the creature, they do a couple shots where you see it from its perspective. And when you see it from its perspective, you go, okay, so the light actually hurts the eyes, and it doesn't have a good relationship when it touches it either. By the way, puppy dog. Down, puppy dog. So, the question becomes this. How do you survive till dawn? Because that's essentially the point that they get put into. They're in this farmer's house. The creature can't approach them with a light source. And when they get to this house, all the light sources are gone. Windows any overhead lights, lamps, the lights on the other vehicle, all of that gone. They find a spare lamp. They use the spare lamp to keep themselves alive. They see that there's a possibility of getting out in this place, and they go for it. And the movie is really good. The only review I could find on Rotten Tomatoes says he just couldn't get into it. I just saw it as a really good movie that goes beyond your stereotypical vampire just wrecking house, and then they win in the end because, wow, the heroes have to win. For the heroine, I think her name was Sarah. Like I said in my previous videos, I don't pay attention to that stuff no more. um, it doesn't feel like she was just given the W, the win, for no apparent reason. It feels like she earned it. And that's kind of the big difference in the movie in general. I have seen a lot of movies where the heroine or the hero protagonist, let's just call him protagonist, the protagonist wins for no good reason. Basically, I've just won. And I'm going to leave that in there. There are fireworks outside. Nah, leave it in there. I don't care. These are vloggy styles anyways, and it's just me rambling at the camera. So, the biggest catch becomes when we start watching the movie like that is we notice that the way that they frame everything, especially with the protagonist, is that she's not given it. She's struggling for it. She's trying to make it work. She just doesn't go, oh, I found a wooden stake, so I win. Not that easy. And it's one of those movies that once you sit down and watch it, I think you'll either love or you'll hate it. It's incredibly slow paced. You have a few pieces of high action, but for the majority of it, slow pace. And the pacing is what really makes it work. Because up until a certain part in the movie, they don't need to go anywhere. They don't have to hide. Well, they're hiding. But they don't have to run. Because the creature can't get them. Until this creature starts realizing how to affect the power. When the male protagonist starts to get changed because I think he got bit or something, like I said, parts of the story just didn't stick because parts of it just seemed like bog standard fucking vampire. But this is one of those things that I really, really enjoyed because the framing of the shots. I've never gone to the film school or anything like that. But the way the shots were framed, the way things were handled, the way the director used light in every scene, you felt like it was really, outside of the supernatural force, of course, you felt like this is something that could have actually happened. And because of that, it makes the movie real to me. I don't feel like she just got the win. She didn't just arbitrarily beat this creature that is probably significantly older than she is. And that's where I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the... Okay. I enjoyed the movie where there isn't just an arbitrary victory. I enjoy a movie where they work hard for their win. And that's where the movie really succeeds for me. Down. The movie succeeds because the protagonist accomplished it. Everything else about it works for me. There's a couple elements that didn't, but when you're working really small like that, you have this basically this one piece of property. You do all your shooting there, or at least it gave the feeling that they did all their shooting on this one little mud farm. It works. And that's one of those things that makes me really enjoy certain movies is it just works for me. I highly recommend this movie. If out of 5 stars, give it a 5. The few things that don't work, which, like, I don't remember the character's name, the initial situation where they split up is just silly to me. Things like that, I don't mind so much because they're so ingrained into horror movies that there has to be some way of defining the initial encounter. And I think it works out in the end. I really do. And I highly recommend everyone to sit down, play the game, enjoy it. That being said, I'm going to go ahead and end this video. I know it can be found on Netflix, at least as of this recording. So, sit down. It's a different type of horror movie. It combines that. Oh, I wanted to sign off a moment ago. It combines a slow burn psychological thriller with a horror movie. And it works because you don't have a lot of real bloody scenes. Like, they get bloodied, but you don't end up with this constant it's more about how they're reacting to the scenario. It's slow too. It's paced. I don't want to call it slow. It's paced. It's paced so well that sitting down and watching it is worth sitting down and watching it. Me personally, I rarely just watch a movie. With my computer right here, I have 2 screens. I normally have Twitch up on one screen, whatever game I'm playing on the other. And then I sit down and I do my thing. But this movie, I stopped playing my game, wasn't watching Twitch, I was just watching the movie. It brought me into it. So, highly recommended. Please, go out and watch it. If you can, I'd say in this case, support the director, Connor McHannon, and I don't know what else Dark Sky Films has done, but I'm gonna be taking a look into it. Definitely watch it.